Hello everyone, welcome to this guide where I teach you how to play Agni, and who better to help me do this than Satan himself?
I wanna eat children.
Huh. So maybe I didn't think this through. So typically I do these types of videos on my main channel, but you know, Smite is a meme game. It is a meme, alright? We don't care about legitimacy, we don't care about going pro, we don't care about the fucking Conquest is basically League of Legends, but like not League of Legends, and in some ways better than League of Legends, but at the same time it's worse than League of Legends.
I created League of Legends.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Thanks. So aside from just your weird input, do you want to, you know, talk about the build maybe, Satan?
Murder everyone.
You know, I'm starting to think that I shouldn't have probably brought you on this adventure. Alright, looks like I'm doing all the heavy lifting. So basically the build is cooldown slash big damn ooh, which essentially translates from idiot to you're gonna be building CDR early as fuck in the game because you're playing arena and not conquest because you're not a fucking degenerate. So you go directly into Chronos Pendant, cooldown boots, and then Spear of Desolation, cap out the CDR, then you go into Bancroft's Talent for the big damage, plus lifesteal in case somebody decides to get froggy and jump on your ass. Then you go into Doom mode because 145 magical power, that shit's sexy. Then you top it all off with Rod of the Booty, and then that's pretty much that's kind of it. The rest is just you know, just walk around the map and shoot things. That's kind of the point here. Alright, so I guess now we should probably talk about the ability. So I'm gonna let my homeboy Satan talk about it because he's more familiar with murder than I am, because you know, I believe at one point in time that was kind of his that was his whole thing. Have you ever read the Bible? That shit is dark.
His first ability is Noxious Fumes. This is your most important ability when it comes to murdering your opponent.
Okay, Satan, I'm gonna need you to stop with the I'm not monetized on this channel, and you are making it very hard to get that happening. Also, the 4 subscribers is not very helpful, but you get the point. I'm gonna need you to get out of here.
I'll kill you later.
Yeah, I've heard that one before. Alright, I'm gonna need you to just mosey on out of here, please. Alright, aside from this very unprofessional video, Satan skipped over the passive, which is completely unimportant and probably why he skipped over it, but I figured I'd talk about it because it's, I guess you could use it at some point in time that I never use it, but it's there. So Combustion is interesting. So you hit 4 basics and then you use your next ability and they basically get set on fire and they take dot damage for a few seconds, and this is completely useless. The reason it's completely useless is because you're never autoing. At least the way I play Agni, I play Mortar Strike Agni, so I kind of just sit back 40 years away and then just throw a bunch of fire bombs at people, and sometimes they die, most of the time they die, sometimes they get stunned and my teammates kill them anyway, so either way, somebody's dying. Moving on to his first ability, Noxious Fumes. This is, like Satan said, the most important thing in your entire kit. This is what you're going to be playing around 90% of the time. What this does is it puts down a bunch of gas on the floor, like so. Boom, bam, bing, bow. You use any which of your abilities, and then it'll cause your opponent to be stunned. But of course, it has to be a fire ability, which everything he does, minus this ability, is fire. So everything you do will stun them. It's fucking beautiful. Now, you can leave this on the ground just for tick damage, but as you can see, 62 damage is not good. Anyway, this is pretty much the ability that you're going to be using to set up a bunch of kills for either yourself or your team. That's kind of like Agni's whole thing, in my personal opinion, is in team fights, you basically just throw this on the floor, stun 80 people, and then just start bombing and hope to God somebody dies. Moving on to his next ability, Flame Wave. This is pretty much what you're going to be comboing with outside of your ultimate. So what you're going to want to do is press your second ability and then just spam your first ability, and this will instantly combo your 1 with your 2. And yeah, that's kind of the whole thing. And you can full range this, by the way, so you can be way back here and then just spam the first ability and it still stuns. And this is great because, like I said, it sets up a bunch of you know, murder for your team.
Did somebody say murder?
Yes, please, I mean, stop. Moving on to his third ability, Path of Flames. This is pretty self-explanatory. It's just his run away from everybody move. This is kind of what you do. It does leave a trail of blaze on the field, so if anybody is chasing you and they're dumb enough to walk in it, they're going to take an excessive amount of damage and probably die. A lot of people overlook this ability as an attack rather than an escape option, so you can, believe me, kill somebody with this. I've done it. I do it a lot. I do it all the time. It's very easy. Say, for example, right? You see this Odin just thinks he's all safe in his bubble, just running back and forth. Let's say I do this, I take all his helmet, his health, he's running. Oh god, he's running back. Tell me, run the other way, you idiot. Oh, check this out. Boom, now he's running in fire. He takes 130 some damage, and now he's dead. That's just what happens. It's easy. Am I saying you should be chasing people down with this ability and trying to hit them with it? No, but I'm just saying you can, because it's good and it works. Most importantly, this can actually set off your fumes, so if you decide to just drop that and then run into him, you can actually just still set that off, so it does work. If somebody jumps on you, say like an annoying Akali that has an absolute death wish, you can pop this on yourself, boom, run, and then boom, bam, bing, bow, you're out, and she's stunned, and that means you can turn around and hit her with a fucking flame blast. Alright, and his last ability, Rain of Fire, aka Howitzer Shots. This is pretty much the damage that you're going to be doing. You basically get 3 charges of this, and you can just spam this and just murder whoever. Now, you can also combo this with your first ability in the same way. So basically, you're going to go ahead and cast your ult, and then tap the 1, and then boom, it's an auto stun basically. It's easy. I think using 2 in 1 is a lot more practical, because if you can keep all 3 charges of your ultimate, you're going to be able to do more damage instead. But if your second ability is on cooldown, you can use your ultimate to also get the stun off if you want. Like I said, I prefer the other method because, you know, it secures kills a lot more effectively. And just to kind of put things into perspective and how much you can actually do, so let's go ahead, boom, boom, stun, boom, drop this. See, immediately out of the stun, you can actually just get two mortar strikes off before they can actually run. And this is assuming that your team hasn't already picked up the kill. So, I mean, that's just an added bonus there, really. So one thing that I do want to talk about is this item that is very, very lovely, and you can build this or you don't have to. I don't know, I sometimes build it, but it has a dickload of damage, and the passive is what's downright absurd in my personal opinion. But this Staff of Murder is really broken. So if you read the passive here, when your ultimate ability has finished casting, your next non-ultimate abilities cast within the next 10 seconds will have no cooldown, but will only deal 70% of its normal damage and healing. So this is absolutely fantastic, because this means you can double stun, which equates to 2 seconds. Now let me explain to you what 2 seconds is in Smite. So if you ever see Naruto and you know how Itachi puts people in that Tsukuyomi thing, yeah, that's kind of the same thing whenever you get stunned for more than 1 second. It's basically an eternal sentence of death, pretty much. So how this works is you activate your ult, pop this on the floor, boom, and then you stun again, boom, and yeah, there you go. You just double stun, and then they can't get out of it. This is great for just holding targets in place for your team if you're playing more of a supportive role, or you just, I say supportive, but you built full AP, CD, or Agni. But you get the point. You at least want to set some stuff up for your team and allow your team multiple opportunities to get a bunch of kills. So yeah, that's kind of like the whole goal here, is setting up a bunch of kills, and hopefully your team is not stupid and dies a lot. So just to kind of show you the damage that you're working with here, as you can see, there's not yeah, I mean, if that doesn't speak for it on its own, I don't know how else to help you. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just Agni in Arena is pretty disgusting. He's okay in Conquest, but Arena is where he shines the most, and that's where I like to play him the most, because I typically get like 50 million kills by the time the game is over. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me and Satan's video. I kind of had to get Satan out of here because he might have eaten your soul. But yeah, that's it. I'll talk to you guys maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Bye-bye.